TikTok has a new bad trend. Second video of 5. If you haven't watched it, it's going to be the one about vegan Karen. Got it? So you're like 5 videos, 5 or more. It's probably going to be more, because I'm kind of bored, and 5 or 6 is probably going to do it. But hey, yeah, so there's going to be 5 or 6 videos coming out today. Yeah, this is the second one. So, on to the actual story, and I'm gonna stop procrastinating. So you're like, okay, well, you said something about disgusting TikTok thing. Um, well, everybody knows TikTok people are detached to reality. The only people who actually think that is people who are on TikTok. So, so you're like, well, what makes you think that? This entire story. And I said this is a trend because there's a lot of videos on it that gets a lot of likes. This subject is so basic and easy to understand. I could probably explain it to you without doing any research, but to promote viewer attention, I'm gonna save it till later. So, you're like, oh, well, how bad can it be? Um, Think of one of the worst cases of mass murder and misleading of the public from how many years ago was that? The past 100 years, right? A couple of you probably say Donald Trump's election. Okay, probably none of you, but um, some of you might say the Holocaust. Others might say Stalin's rule, and some others might say Mao's rule, others might say Pol Pot's rule, and some may say World War II, World War One. Oh wait, World War One's over 100 years. Oh wow. Oh, I'm old. Just kidding. Um. You're like, okay, well, who really cares? Come on, just tell me what it is. Okay, it's the Holocaust. Um, people are depicting, teenagers are depicting people suffering in the Holocaust. What? The absolute hell. So these people are literally playing as they are the prisoners of Auschwitz or Dachau. Now, I have a little bit of a personal story. So I have never been to Auschwitz or Dachau, but my parents have, and they told me a little story. So they visited it, and well, they went to the burner, the furnace, which is where they throw all the dead bodies, rats, and other things like that. And teenagers were posing in front of it and taking selfies. That's not a joke. This is an actual serious story. Taking a picture in front of a place where millions of people's bodies were disposed. That's very smart. Now, I tend to, not like people who are perpetually offended, but what the hell are you doing? No, seriously, what the hell are you doing? You are pretending to be one of the millions of people who died in the German concentration camps. You are a fucking idiot. And I don't understand why you'd ever make this, because these are people who have obviously learned about it. No, seriously. Even if you haven't learned about it in school and you're a minor who's over the age of 13, right? Right? Because nobody who's not legally allowed to be on YouTube's here, correct? Yeah, you still probably know about the concentration camps, even if you haven't learned about it in school. I mean, I still haven't learned about it, and, then again, I'm a World War II history buff, and, yeah, whatever. Oh god. So there's no audio because copyrighted music and I don't want this to get copy striked, but whatever. So the video starts off with this. Okay, it starts off. Oh hi, welcome to heaven. How did you die? And why do you look like that? I died in a gas chamber in Auschwitz. Nope, nope. That is not a joke. This is on TikTok. And yeah. Oh, also, yeah, I am sorry. Thank you. This is one of those stupid roleplay things. I hate them. Oh yeah, and also, person be looking like they're 17, maybe 18. God. So then, so then, so then this uh, next person is pretending to get raped. I don't know. Wait, what? Raped and then, uh, what's your number? And then, um, uh, and then then I'm just having a hard time commentating on this. And then she looks like oh then she says name Julia, age 19, cause of death. I was put in an Auschwitz camp. I was put in Auschwitz, which is proper, at age 19 with my family. We were forced to work. It was painful and exhausting. We were also tortured. Okay, this video is so stupid. I don't think you could we were told it was because of our religion, what we believed in, and it didn't fit. And I didn't. Oh. No, that's not because of your religion. No. Okay, time to go explain some basic World War II history. Hitler was a World War I soldier. He was he got lucky many times and sustained multiple injuries over World War one causing him to two of them actually causing him to be bedridden. One was near the end of the war when the Germans were losing, and he saw the fall of the German Empire. In other words, they lost World War One, and Hitler was in the hospital. He also saw the mass. He also saw the public not liking the war, and when Germany lost and the Treaty of Versailles was um was signed, the Treaty of Versailles being the thing to end World War One, he was humiliated. He felt like Germany had been backstabbed by Jews and communists. That is why he doesn't like your religion. It's not because he just doesn't like your religion. He has a specific reason for it. If the reason's right or not, it's not. But that's the reason why. Then she said, one day they told us to go to the shower while me and my moms were holding hands. So then they depicted her. So then they said, my mom died first. And then I did. Wow. This isn't poor judgment at all. Um, then there's another one. Okay. I was home making my stew, and the Nazis came in and broke down my door. You mean the National German Workers' Party, not the Nazis? Because the Nazis weren't actually known by the Nazis. They were known as the National German Workers' Party, so your history is inaccurate. And they started kicking me and beating me out of my home. That did not happen. Most of the recorded, I should say, so I'm not saying this didn't happen, but most of the recorded ones, they were either threatened with MP40s, the German submachine gun, or, were just straight up handcuffed or died. So, most of them were not beaten and kicked. The German army was too professional for that. Okay, continuing. So, Nazis broke down my door. They started kicking me and beating me out of my home. They shoved us on a train with a bunch of other people from my town. Yes, and some of those trains, you got to shower. And it turns out they just happened to die from lack of oxygen and or mustard gas poisoning. So you're lucky that you survived if this is actually true. Sorry to be such a history nerd, but um um you probably would have died on the train ride there. Also, why are you making this video again? I'm making this video to tell them how much of fucking idiots they are. But why would they ever do this? Saying, "Oh, I died from Auschwitz. Oh, that sucks." But here, let's say some of my friends go up to me and say, "Hey, bro, we're gonna go take a TikTok video." And let's say, "Sure, what's it about?" Even though I would never attempt to go on TikTok, even though for some reason, no matter what I do, I always just end up on a TikTok video. For some apparent reason. I don't know. I don't own a TikTok account, so I can't tell you what mine is, but I'm probably on TikTok. So, let's just say I said, "Yeah, sure, what's the TikTok video about?" And they said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna pretend to be prisoners of Auschwitz and die." You don't know how fast I would have. I don't even. Jesus Christ. I would be so infuriated that if they actually did this, there might be a missing persons report the next day filed on those exact same people. So, yeah. But then I said, okay, what's in this? Oh, Jesus Christ. So I saw a video of people in a World War II memorial fountain where you're not supposed to even touch it, barefoot and hitting the renegade and whatever the fuck they're doing. World War II was the deadliest war ever to be recorded in history. Other wars might have been deadlier, but other wars we do not know the definitive death count. While some of the other, massive, Genghis Khan type wars could have been deadlier, World War II still remains the most deadly war that we can actually accurately measure. So, you, standing in that memorial, is disrespecting everybody who died, every family who had someone die in it, or every family whose home got shelled, or every family who got invaded. Do you know what you are doing? You are disrespecting everyone who had to go experience through that atrocity of war. Or I saw another one where they're predicting, or they're acting out that they're being police brutality. And my 2 cents of knowledge say, what the hell is your idea? To try to bring awareness to this? If you want to try to bring awareness to it, do it not, acting out you getting killed, or you getting beaten up by police, or you freaking hitting the renegade and whatever fucking. God. And even if they are, trying to spread awareness, do you understand how covered World War II is? Do you know who they blame for the start of World War II, or at least most people who actually don't know the history? The Germans. Now, who I blame is the Serbians for assassinating the Archduke of Franz Ferdinand, causing World War One, causing Hitler to be discouraged. Shoot, what's his name? Shoot, he was the Prime Minister before Winston Churchill, causing appeasement, allowing Hitler to actually gain territory, then launch a massive invasion, and the French for having absolutely horrible tactics. And then, finally, I then blame Hitler for, the persecution of, whoever he wanted. And that just didn't limit to communists and Jews. Have you ever heard of the Night of the Long Knives? Everybody who disagreed with Hitler wrote a negative story, and one guy who is completely innocent, and some of the SAS members and leaders were all murdered in the night. Just because they existed. So some of Hitler's supporters was murdered. You cannot say, oh, Hitler was just bad to Jews. He was bad to everybody, including his supporters. But also, World War II is probably the single most important event that has changed the entire world. The only close event that I could think of is 9/11. That's it. There's no other thing that could compare to it in the last however many years. Maybe like the fall of the Roman Empire, but that's around it. Fall of the Roman Empire, World War II, 9/11. Otherwise, you'd have to go, back to Genghis Khan. And then that's basically it. Yes, but I can't, unfortunately I can't show you the clips, but, they're doing makeup on themselves, so they had to spend however many minutes, doing their makeup without thinking, what really am I doing? Then they had to go film it. So, yeah. They also then had to, I don't really know how TikTok works, but I'm assuming it kind of works like YouTube's publishing system. Then they had to go publish it and think, this is a good idea to publish. So, what? So, God, these people are idiots. I can't deal with them anymore. But then they're like, oh yeah, German soldiers came in. No. That's not what they did. No, seriously. Also, the German public believed people getting shipped away to these concentration camps were murderers, rapists, wife beaters, things like that. Yeah, so then saying, oh yeah, the cops kicked my door down. No. It was the... Okay, God, I can't explain this history to a fucking ignorant person. I swear to fucking God. But some people argue, well, yeah, movies and video games don't. Usually they're very graphic and violent, kind of like D-Day. The rumor that you heard that the water was actually red on D-Day, that's fact. And I actually went to all the beaches. I mean, I didn't go to all of the beaches, but I went to most of the beaches. I didn't go to every section of the beach. Okay, end of video, bye.